Okay, here we are with Will. So I've been super blessed to be able to work with Will since he was just a puppy. He's a fabulous dog and his owners have done an amazing job with him. And he's definitely a really good candidate for treadmill training because he's got a really good work ethic, he's got a super high food drive, and he's a very confident dog, which is, you know, the easiest dog to train for sure. So we'll just speed it up here just a little bit just so you can see we're giving him food for going on, giving him food for coming off, which of course is just building some positive associations. Now we've got him on the treadmill here and you'll see I'm going to hook up the leash on the right side, hooking onto his martingale on that side, and we've got another martingale on the left side that we'll be hooking him onto. And you will also see that I have a green slip lead that I'm using, and I'll chat about that in just a second here. So I'm just going to get him in position here where I don't want him starting and then not being in the right angle. So I hit start and the floor starts moving. So obviously he's a little bit trying to figure out that whole process there. Now, as you can see, he is uncomfortable with the situation, as I would expect a dog would be, but he only has one option. He's not able to completely put on the brakes. He can't go forward because I have that slip lead, and he can't go to the side. So he's got one option, and that's the key to treadmill training, is you want to give them that one option to start with. That is really important. So what's going to happen right now is Will's owner, it just gives him a little bit of attention here. Now this is 100% my fault that I didn't tell Will's owner not to give him any real attention. The reason for this is just because I try not to touch the dogs or even give them a lot of attention because they're so focused on the treadmill and figuring out the movement in the beginning that I find that it kind of screws them up, and then they have to reset, and it's not all that valuable to the training process. And you'll actually see it with Will in the coming minutes as this clip continues here. But just bear that in mind. We want to give them we're already satiating them with a ton of information, so we want to be sure to make it as easy on them as we can. And I try not to touch them because I find that they start focusing on, well, who touched me, and then they lose concentration on the actual treadmill, and then they have to regain their speed again. So I'm very cautious about doing that, especially when I'm training them. When they're already kind of trained, it's realistically not as big of a deal. And so we've got it kind of slowed down to normal speed now, and what you'll start to see here soon is, as we start slowing down, again, we're going to have some praise, attention, that kind of stuff, which is, it's just going to give him a little bit too much excitement, and we don't want any of the excitement to be coming from the front, because usually that'll build an association to where they get really excited and they start wanting to kind of jump off of the front, which is not what we want. Okay, so as you can see, he wants to go see his owner. I'm holding him back with the slip lead because I don't want him running off of the front. I'll unclip to the right here and then to the left. It doesn't matter which side you unclip all that much. And I'm holding him here and redirecting with a treat so he comes off of the side. I never want him jumping off of the front, because especially when he's doing quite well, I don't want him thinking that that's something we want. We want him to just stop, come to a stop, and then come off to my side. Of course, I'm putting him back on, clipping him back on, one to the left, one to the right, and then we will get him going again. So this next clip is going to be just showing you kind of how we've got him tied, one to the left, one to the right. The green one is obviously loose, and that is just in case he tries to go forward. All right, so as you can see here, when we're going real slow, you can see he's kind of forging ahead a little bit, and it's very valuable to have that additional leash there. As you can see, I'm just using the slip lead here. So it's an extra tool to have that you don't absolutely need, but as you'll see in a future clip that we're going to be doing with a Rottweiler named Jax, it's very beneficial to have just in case they get really excited and they want to start to go forward a little bit. So we're just handing him over to his owner here just so that they can get kind of acclimated. As you'll notice, Will's owner has his leg up just to give him, something visual to kind of stimulate on here. Just helps the process a little bit. Will, you did awesome, buddy.